Hi, how's it going? My name is Joy and this is an X Joy. Today's pick a card reading is why are they grateful for you? I thought it'd be fun to just do this pick a card about your person, whoever you have in mind, and why they're grateful for you. So there are 4 piles to choose from today. There's pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. You can pause here to choose your pile, meditate on it, and as always, timestamps are linked down below. I also just wanted to say that this reading is to honor Indigenous Peoples Day and the many beautiful things that they have done for our land and the cultivation of the present generation. I do want to acknowledge the lands of the Huron-Wendat, Anishinaabe, and Mississauga, the Credit people, where my land is, and the ever-going wonders that these people do in order to protect the land, to keep the land safe and preserved for generations to come. I'd also like to say that during this time, it is almost a year, if not past, the genocide that's happening in Swanwa, the Levant region of occupied Palestine. And as always, I do want to honor the people that are there going through a horrendous occurrence and is being occupied by colonial settlers, which have done nothing but destroy the people and the land. And I do pray for peace, for reparations, for land back, for ceasefire, and for arms embargo now. I also wanted to acknowledge all the injustices happening on all the other parts of the planet. Please free Sudan, free the Congo, free Lebanon, free any other place in the world that is going through colonial suffering. And I hope in our lifetimes that we can find justice and reconciliation throughout these lands. Thank you. Hi, my pal number ones. So today's readings, we're gonna be looking at the question of why they're thankful to have met you. And this card's gonna represent who the person is, and then we're gonna go into what role did you play in each other's lives, why they're thankful to have met you, and then the closing messages from that person. So let's begin. So this person is the Sun in reverse. Okay. So this person could have been a Leo, they could have been a Scorpio, they could have had either one of those in their birth charts. They overall could have had a sunny disposition on life, but one that was more grounded because the sun is in reverse. It feels like this person had a good head on their shoulders, but still kept a very optimistic, very positive energy about them. This person could be childlike at times, but they still knew how to hold it together and keep it together, and still kind of lead with this very youthful, lovely, very joyful kind of aspect. Weirdly enough, I'm thinking of how Kamala Harris, how her whole platform is based off of her joy and like her smiling a lot and her being more happy than most politicians out there. And so that's kind of how I feel about this person. This person is someone who leads with love. They lead with us like joy. They lead with a more sunny disposition when they're out in the world. They could have been like a sunflower to you, someone who was very special, someone who kind of hold a special place in your heart. Someone that I'm being drawn to the blanket as well. So someone who also felt very safe, felt very comforting, felt very warm to talk to. I feel like they also had a side to them that was kind of like this horse that was a little bit more serious. Their demeanor was more kind of a support system as well. They feel like someone who like kept it together, you know, kept the place safe. So any other information about this person? We have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. And you also have the Hierophant. Okay. So yeah, this person, again, we're picking up a lot on leadership roles. So with the Hierophant and the 3 of Pentacles, it feels like this person was someone who was in a position of authority or had who you knew more in a public setting, who you knew more in like authoritarian setting. So I'm thinking like teachers, employers, bosses, even like the leader in the friend group kind of deal. And if not that, and if this was more romantic, even though it doesn't seem like it, but it could be. It could be more of the romantic side in terms of this person when they were out in the public, when they were out in their role in society, they took on more leadership positions, or they carried the energy of leadership positions. They kind of held the structure of what was meant to be there. They played a very authoritarian role, but again, they led with love. They led in a position of joy. But you could still tell that they were like, they were the leader, you know, that like they were the ones who was in charge and responsible for a lot of things. With this 3 of Pentacles in reverse, it felt like sometimes they had a harder time letting go of that kind of leadership. Like there's two things coming to mind. There's either they had a really hard time letting go of their leadership, or they had they stepped up to the plate when there was a lack of harmony within the group. So that's your person. And if that sounds like the person you were thinking of, then you are at the right reading. So let's look at the roles that you played in each other's lives. So what roles did my pile one play in this person's life? What role did my pile ones play in this person's life? What role did my pile one play in this person's life? What role did my pile ones play in this person's life? Oh, interesting. My view on marriage is blank. What role did my pile ones play on this person's life? We have, I used to be opposed to blank, but I learned from my partner that blank. You also have, describe or imagine your first kiss. How did you feel in that moment? So what role did they play in your life? That was fast. Write a letter to someone who broke your heart. What did you want to say to them? Describe the relationship your family had with money when you were a child. Is it different from your relationship with money as an adult? Okay. And last card for how this person, what role this person played in my pile one's life. Do your current friendships serve the phase or life you're in? Okay, these are very two different energies. So the role that you played in this person's life was very, this is the, let's see if I could shift this over. Yeah, okay. All right, so the role that you played in their life, you kind of challenged what they knew when it came to love. It felt like you were someone who made them rethink the partnership that they were in. It feels like it was interesting. It feels like to you, they were someone who was more of a friend, who brought more of those childhood wounds for you to heal. It's not that you didn't love them. It felt kind of more like this feels like someone who was more of like, who was like a friend to you or had more of a public relationship with you, but nothing could ever really happen because they were in a relationship. It feels like the role that you played in their life was questioning whether or not they were in the right relationship, whether or not they were with the right partner, whether or not they liked who they were within that relationship. And it was a heavy role for you to play. And it's not like you were trying, it doesn't feel like you were trying to ever come between them and their partner, because there's not really like much cups card or love cards in here. It feels like more like by circumstance you two were hanging around each other a lot. This could be like you saw them at class all the time. They might have been your teacher. You might have been at work a lot and then they were working the same shift as you. You might have seen them at like a club or like the gym a lot, and then you two were just friendly in that way, but it was nothing that ever kind of got further than that. There was obviously underlying like feelings that both of you had for each other, but it was never really talked about. It was never really fully expressed. It was just kind of like on the down low. It felt like both of you knew that you both had a thing for each other, but because of circumstances, one being that they had a partner that like nothing could really happen between the two of you. And you being the wonderful person that you are, it didn't feel like you were trying to get away, like get in the way of that, or like get away from them. So it felt like, again, you really enjoyed their presence, their energy, but like you never really like pushed the boundary in regards to like trying to take things further, because you didn't want to break up their partnership with someone else. And in regards to the role that they played in your life, it felt like they kind of broke your heart a little bit. I don't think they ever left their partner for you. I don't think they really were trying to give you the impression that they liked you. I think on your end it was very confusing, because you couldn't really tell if they like you could tell that they were interested in you, and there was an aspect of your friendship that made it very like lovely and warm and like safe to be around. But it definitely feels like this person was to remind you of some of the wounds you had when you were a child, especially when it comes to monetary endeavors. Like, this person could have been someone, again, who was your boss or who worked with you, or was someone that you put a lot of like investment into. And in the end, it felt like this person was someone who like broke your heart a little bit, because you kind of always held out hope for them that they would change, or that they would do something, or that they would try to like pursue you, but it never really happened. And overall, like, the roles that you played in each other's lives were to question a lot for you to them. You made them question like what they wanted in life and who they were with their partner, and if they were even in the right partnership. And then for them to you, the role that they played again was to awaken a lot of the childhood wounds that you've had in the past. And this felt more like a karmic situation in regards to them helping you realize a lot more about yourself and what you needed to heal at that stage in your life. So let's go on to the why they're thankful to have met you. So, why is this person thankful to have met my pile number ones? You have welcome, surrender. You also have creating cooperation. Why is this person thankful to have met my pile number ones? Why is this person thankful to have met my pile number ones? Why is this person, oh, it's Gemini. Why is this person thankful to have met my pile number ones? Why is this person thankful to have met my pile number ones? Why is, oh, there it is. Releasing expectations. Okay. Welcome, surrender. There is no problem, only destiny being revealed. See, for them, why they're really thankful to have met you is because they kind of knew they weren't in the right relationship. a part of them knew that they really didn't belong with their person, so they kind of surrendered to the fact that like they had feelings for you. And but they never really went after you, but they did surrender to the fact that like you weren't the problem. Like you were never someone who tried to get in the way of their relationship, nor were you someone who was a problem in their life. They really adored you. They really loved you. Even though they didn't say it, they really are thankful for the fact that you showed them what their life was meant to be and how much they were able to accomplish beyond the partnership that they had. Because I think at the end of the day, like, them and their partner weren't good for each other, and you were just the catalyst in kind of showing them that it wasn't going to work out. Yeah, creating cooperation. More gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play. I think you brought out a side to them that saw the reciprocity that could be had in a relationship. I feel like there were power dynamics in their other relationship that they didn't really like, and you showed them that it was possible to love someone without having that codependency. You showed them that it's possible to love and nurture someone, and that it's okay for everyone to have a different role to play, and it's okay to not be in competition with someone that you love. I think that's a big one, that you really showed them that like teamwork makes the dream work and that everyone should be valued for their strengths and weaknesses, and it doesn't make them lesser of a human being or more of a human being. It just makes them them, and to appreciate them for all who they were. You also have releasing expectations. Only the highest possibilities come to be, whether I envisioned them or not. I think they were really set in stone before they met you. They were like, I'm going to marry this person. I'm going to marry my partner. We're going to have kids, and this is what it's going to be. But I really don't think like that's what they wanted, especially when they met you. It feels like they released their previous expectations on what it meant to be in a relationship, and they kind of let go to the fact that sometimes they had to be less of themselves with their partner. It feels like you might have been the topic of conversation or of arguments for your like them and their partner, but again, it wasn't your fault. Again, it wasn't like you were maliciously trying to break them up. No, it was just you being yourself and showing them that they can be loved without like high expectations put upon them, and they really value you for that. They really are thankful for the fact that you showed them that love is unconditional, and I don't think they'll ever like forget you for that. It doesn't seem like you are in contact with this person right now, but they do want you to know that they'll never forget you. Okay. And then we're gonna just go through last closing messages from your person. Oh, I'm hearing the song, I forgive you, I love you. You're mine, take my hand, go in peace. Say no more, beloved one. So, yeah, you have the Two of Cups that came out. So they do really like value the partnership and the love that was shared between you two. It was a very healing relationship, and sometimes they wait for you. You know, with this Seven of Pentacles here, I think they kind of wait and they hold out a candle for you. They hold out a light for you, and they still look upon the past in terms of both of you and the beautiful memories that you've shared. And it might be really frustrating to hear that, because it's like, oh, why are you waiting? Why don't you just like come like get me? But like, it's more like, I don't think it's the right time for you two to be together, even though like there is still a lot of love here, and there's still a lot of like patience and longing that's here. It definitely feels like you healed a part of their ego, like, and you made it healthier, you know, you made it stronger, you made it in a way where like, again, they knew what unconditional love felt like, and it was irreplaceable. You're someone who is irreplaceable to them. You also have the card Death. Yeah, I think there's just a lot more transformation that needs to come before you two like come together. It feels like this person, again, still holds a light for you, still holds a candle for you, but I definitely feel like they have a lot of transformations they need to go through before they can get to your level. It feels like they still have a lot of soul searching, a lot of inner work, especially shadow work, to do, a lot of transformations that they need to do before they come back into your life. Yeah, all right, so that is why they're thankful to have met you. This is a bit of a shorter one, but I really do feel like this person does still love you, and it just feels like it's good that both of you are in separation to work on on yourselves, but like, just know that the love's still there. And this isn't like, please don't like contact them. I don't think that'll do either of you any good. I think it's just nice to know that they're still thinking of you, and like, in due time, like, what's meant to be will. So yeah, I don't think it's your responsibility to chase after them. I think it's on them to choose to step up to the plate. But once everything's settled, once the dust is kind of settled and they've like gotten a better hold of themselves. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you like it, please subscribe if you feel like it, comment down below if you want to. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye. Hi, Pal 2. I hope you're doing well. So for this big card, we're looking at the question of why this person is thankful to have met you. This is the card that will represent your person, and then we're going to get into what role they played in your life, what role you played in their life, why they're thankful to have met you, and then the closing messages from that person. So you have the Chariot. I'm hearing go-getter. So this person is a go-getter. This person is someone who moves things along. This person is someone who really like is a champion, who like is in their own way and right an angel, a healer, someone who's there to really like move things forward. I'm gonna get more information about this person. You have the Ace of Swords in reverse. You also have the Devil. Okay, so this person, they're not the best with words. They're not the best with words with this Ace of Swords in reverse. But they definitely do have a body language that's very seductive about them. They're very passionate beings. They're very tempestuous beings. Like, I think they like are really seductive in your eyes. It feels like there's someone who can really like get you going. Oh my gosh, That's what, oh my gosh, sorry. Because paired with the Chariot, it is someone like that's a bit more like arousing. I want to say, for you, someone who's very sexy, who is, again, whose body language is really like present, who's, you know, their like love language is probably physical touch, but they are someone who really like stirs the pot. I'm trying to say this so PG, but like, you know what I mean. Like, they really like get you going. They really like tickle your fancy. There's someone who really like there's someone who just like is someone that you'd like to be with. Yeah. All right, so that's a short description of who they are. But if that sounds like your person, then this is your reading. So let's look at the role that you played in each other's lives. So what role did my pile ones play in this person's life? You have dreams that I hope to share with my future current partner are... What role? Your best friend doesn't like your partner. How do you react to handle the situation? What role? How do you handle conflict with your partner, and is there room for improvement? Describe the last time you were vulnerable with your partner. What is your opinion on polyamorous relationships? Ooh, spicy. Very spicy. Okay, so what role did they play in your life? What role did this person play in your life? What role did this person play in your best friend asked you to make a speech on their 75th birthday. Write it out. Okay, that's a lot. But we'll take all of them, that's fine. A time when my family misunderstood me was... I know I can trust a person when... In friendships, I show gratitude by... How would you cheer up a friend who is having a rough week? And what family values or ideologies do you agree or disagree with? Okay. Okay. So the role you played in this person's life was they were definitely into you. And I think it's because they were like with someone else. Like, I feel like the people around them didn't like you two hanging out because of the possibility that this person would have most likely have cheated on their partner to be with you. I feel like the role that you played in their life, oddly enough, was also very seductive, was also very you brought out a temptation in them that they didn't know they had. Like, you were like the itch they really wanted to scratch kind of deal. And it was a little stressful at times because like there was so much chemistry and there was so much feelings that both of you had for each other. And this is definitely on a very sexual like plane where both of you felt very drawn towards each other. There was like this immense attraction that you both had towards each other, and this person definitely felt like they could be vulnerable with you. They felt like there was like a potential for you two to be together. And I think there was an aspect of they probably wanted to open up their relationship with the other, like wanted to open up to a polyamorous situation where like they had their primary partner, but they also had you. And I don't think a lot of people around them liked that. I don't think like their friends really understood what that meant, or they just didn't like the idea of your person being in a polyamorous relationship, which is closed-minded. But like, yeah, it definitely influenced them to not take things further. And for you, I felt like this person was definitely someone who was like your friend. They were someone you could trust. They were someone that you loved. They were there for you when you were going through things with your family, and they would cheer you up, you know? I feel like this is a friendship that was really near and dear to your heart, and it really felt like you were someone who didn't want to like get in the way of the friendship or take anything further. So like you didn't, you know? But there was definitely like this like underlying attraction that you both had towards each other. It's just that you never really wanted to sacrifice the friendship in order to have it go further. So like you didn't. But I feel like this person might have like made it obvious to you that they did have feelings for you. Like they would like again try to cheer you up, or try to like they would like caress you in certain ways that were like borderline like okay, and it was consensual, you know? Like maybe like when they like hugged you, they like held you for that extra second longer, or like they would like want to sit next to you all the time, or they wanted you to sit on their lap, or they wanted to sit on your lap. Like it was a very much, they wanted to always be physical with you. They always wanted to like physically like be near you. If they didn't like physically touch you a lot, then they wanted to be like intimate in the space that like you both were in. Like they wanted to sit next to you, or they wanted to like kind of be more emotionally intimate and asking you like, are you okay? Like, is there anything I can do to help? Like, make sure that you were always like good, you know? This person feels like they really wanted you to be happy. And whenever you were stressed out, they would be the one to kind of like cheer you up or make you feel better. Like they might have like brought you like your favorite drink, or they might have like just like poked at you, like just like playfully, like just to like get you out of your head, you know? Like it definitely feels like this person was a really great friend to you, but there were underlying like feelings that both of you had towards each other. I think them for you a little bit more, and I definitely don't think they said anything with this Ace of Swords in reverse. I feel like they were just kind of moving forward with their life, and they didn't want to like, again, I also don't think they ever wanted to like harm you in any way, or like harm the relationship in any way. So I don't feel like they actually like tried anything. But if you're ever wondering if like they wanted you, yeah, like that's 100% they wanted you. Like to the point where like they were contemplating like their sexuality in regards to whether or not they were polyamorous or not. They were like, oh my god, like I have my partner, but I really like this person. Does this mean like, what does this mean? Could I like do this? Like, would it be okay? And I just definitely feel like in the end, like both of you are probably still good friends, but I don't think it ever like happened. Let's see. So did anything ever happen between I want to say this is a no because it's more towards the reverse side. I definitely feel like this person was very slow moving and they really wanted to offer you something, but I hate to say this, but it wasn't the right time, or it was never like the right moments, or like, again, I feel like there's multiple scenarios. They could have offered something, but then you said no because you didn't want to ruin their friendship. I'm also getting the scenario of you could have offered something, but they said no because of the fact that they were probably with another person, and the fact that they're like, the people around them advised them not to get into a relationship with you. Yeah. I don't think it worked out in the end. I really don't. I don't think they fully expressed to you either how much they really cared about you and how much they did have feelings for you. But with this Ace of Swords in reverse, even though like up front they seem like a person that would do that. With the Chariot, like it feels like this person would be very upfront and honest with the people that they love and like the person that they wanted to pursue. But when it came to you, it feels like they were just a lot more shy about it. Like they were just really confused about it, and like they kind of like pushed their feelings to the side sometimes. Like they really still cared about you, but like they chose to focus on their own things. Yeah. So let's get some cards to see why they're thankful to have met you. Why is this person thankful to have met you? I really wasn't expecting these to be love readings, but now that I think about it, like, it makes the most sense that they are. So why is this person thankful to have met my pile twos? Why is this person thankful to have met my pile twos? Why is this person thankful? Okay, I'll take these two. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you have polishing my heart and dispelling sadness. Feeling is a power that helps me heal. I will feel better once I get the rest I need. Uncovering confidence. I am the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe. Okay. So the reason why they're thankful to have met you is the fact that like you like really opened up their heart, you know, like with polishing my heart, you really like saw what they had and you helped them feel. I think like you were one of the very few people that they could actually be vulnerable with and feel safe with. You were like one of the few people that your presence was just healing. Like, you just being around them was just healing. It definitely feels like this was a past life connection, if you believe in that. But it also feels like this person just, I feel like their heart space was rusted over from a lot of neglect and mishandling. And you were someone who kind of like polished that. You said, no, like, that wasn't okay. Like, you validated their feelings and you made them feel heard and understood, and you made them feel like it was okay to be themselves. Especially with uncovering confidence, it really does feel like you were someone who boosted their confidence, boosted their ego, boosted I don't think they ever thought someone like you would have been interested in them. I really don't. I think you being their friend and you being in their life kind of proved to them, oh, maybe I am a good person. Maybe I am someone worthy of love. And as sad as that sounds, like, you know, like, that's how they felt. And it's not in the codependent way of, oh, they needed you. It was more of the fact that, oh, like, this person shows me that, like, I'm worth being cared for, I'm worth being loved, I'm worth it. Just for dispelling sadness, I will feel better once I get the rest I need. I definitely feel like you were a safe space for them. I feel like you were someone that they can come to whenever they were having a long day or a bad day and talk to, and then just like talk, like be someone to like just cheer them up. And I don't think you had to do much for that to really happen. I really do feel like this was more of a, oh, like, you just had to be there for them to be happy, you know? Like, maybe all you two did was just like watch movies and TV shows together, but that really like helped them just relax and drop into their parasympathetic nervous system. And they started to breathe regularly, and like legitimately it would have melted, excuse me, it would have melted any stress they had away. And because I burped, it's like, it is something that was true and that they really wanted to express. I haven't had anything fizzy today, so like and I ate like a while ago. Like, I ate like a couple of hours ago. So like me burping right now is really a signifier that they really wanted you to know that you relieved their stress. You really made it a safe space for them to just like relax and chill. Like, you just hanging out with you was just like something that they looked forward to in the day. Something that they really honored and cared for, because it just made them feel better. And I think that also like is very vice versa with this dispelling sadness. I do feel like they also did that for you. But I'm saying I think a lot, so it definitely feels like they were in their head a lot when it came to this connection. So that's why things never really progressed forward. It was just too much chatter in the brain. And I think there's a lot of anxiety and nervousness when it came to you. Again, it definitely felt like you're someone that they never thought that they would like talk to. Like, it feels like you're someone that like they just admired so much. They put you up on a pedestal. They were like, oh, this person would never like me. They would never like feel this way about me. Like, they just see me as a friend, kind of deal. But like, you know, like they really liked you. And the fact that you like hung out with them and spent time with them was just like, oh wow, maybe maybe I am worth it. Maybe I am like a good person. Yeah. Okay, let's get closing messages from this person. You have the 7 of Cups reversed. You have Justice upright. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Closing messages. I definitely feel like they kind of regret how they treated you, and they wish they could balance it out and bring justice towards you. It feels like with the 7 of Cups and Ace of Pentacles, both in reverse, is that they didn't really make the right decisions when you were around, and they really held back, but they really do regret it. They regret not being able to like be there for you. My battery just died. One moment. Apologies. So yeah, I feel like they really didn't. They kind of wish that they like were a bit more forward with you, and they wish that like they could repair the things that didn't come into fruition between the two of you. If there were anything like left unsaid, it definitely feels like there's someone who would want to like say it. There's someone who would want to like message you back and like understand why things fell apart between you two, why things happened the way it did. Kind of give you closure and give you peace on the situation. And yeah, this person feels like they didn't have a lot of self-worth, and they're again really thankful that you showed them that it's okay to love yourself, and it's okay to like be yourself and be themselves, especially around you. I felt like they could actually be themselves and not feel like judged or worry about it. But yeah, I definitely feel like they want to right their wrongs and give you the closure that you need, balance the scales out so that you know that like you did a number on them and that they're really thankful to have had you in their lives. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. I want to say thank you so much for joining me. I really hope this clarified some things, helped understand some things between you and this person. I do hope this person comes back and rights any wrongs that were happening between you two, and that you do find that closure and peace. And if it's already happened, then I'm really glad that it has. So yeah, hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you take care. Much love. Bye. I'm Pile 3 if you've chosen these cards, and this is your reading. Today we're looking at the question of why they're thankful to have met you. And we're going to look at who your person is, which are these cards, and then we're going to look at the role you two played in each other's lives, why they're thankful to have met you, and then the closing messages from that person. So you had the 3 of Swords and then the Fool in reverse. So I definitely feel like this person was a fool for you. Someone that loved you a lot. Someone who made things a bit more complicated in your life with this 3 of Swords. I definitely feel like there are 2 meanings that I always get from the 3 of Swords. One, that your head and heart weren't really in the right place when you're with this person. Or 2, there was a third party involved. So this person definitely feels like, oh, this is so interesting. Okay, yeah, this feels like the reverse of pile 1. So I feel like this person was someone who really liked you, but it made the things complicated because you were already with someone, or you already had an established connection, or you were just not in that time in your life where you wanted anything with anyone else, you know. I definitely feel like this person did act a little bit foolish, because the Fool in reverse is always like, it always means like they were like a literal fool. Like they were not acting right. They were like a bit more they didn't take things seriously. They were like just kind of joking around. They were kind of acting nervous around you. Like they didn't really like have their best foot forward when it came to the connection. Yeah, I felt like this person really did have feelings for you, but like didn't know how to show it, kind of deal. Yeah. Okay. So let's look at the role that you two played in each other's lives. So what role did if that sounds like your person, then this is your reading. What role did my pile threes play in this person's life? Do your current friendships serve the phase that you're in? What role? What is something you miss doing with your friends? What role did my pile threes? In what unexpected ways has a partner shown up for you? Okay. So what role did they play in my pile threes lives? What role did they play in my pile threes lives? What role did they play in my pile threes life? Describe the last time you were vulnerable with your partner. What role? Oh. Okay. When is it important to you to compromise in a romantic relationship, and when is it not? Describe your fondest memories with a past or current partner. How do you want to receive and give love in a romantic relationship? Yeah, okay, for sure. So the role that you played in their life, you were definitely a really great friend for them. Like they really, really, really loved the friendship that you two had together. Wow, this definitely feels like the reverse of pile one. Sorry. But yeah, like it feels like you were with someone and they were a friend in your life, but like they didn't want to like ruin anything for you. So what happened was like they really kept the friendship part alive. They really emphasized the friendship part in the relationship. Like I definitely feel like you knew that they liked you, especially with the Fool being here and the Three of Swords being here, but I don't think like they really expressed it to you in a full way. And I feel like if they did express it in a full way, yeah, okay, so they might have tried to express to you how they felt, but it was only because they wanted to like get over you and just return to the friendship. That's how it feels. I feel like they did confess to you, but like they were literally like a fool, but like they weren't trying to mess up anything between you and your partner. It feels like they were just like trying to get over their feelings that they had for you so that they could return to the friendship, because they really valued what you two had together as friends. I definitely do. It does feel like they looked at you like a potential partner. Like they didn't expect to see you as more than a friend, but they did. But like they definitely feel like you were in their life for a reason, and they do miss you from time to time. They miss you like a lot. But like they know what you have going for yourself is like really valuable and really worthwhile, so they would never want to get in the way of it. So yeah, the role that you played in their life was that you were a really great friend to them, and you really showed them kindness when they needed it. And they just weren't expecting to meet someone like you so early on in their life, or they didn't expect to meet someone like you generally at all in their life. And it feels like this connection really brought a lot up for them. I feel like in their everyday life, they're usually a very like suave, very charismatic, very like charming person to be around. But when it came to you, they would like get all nervous and get all starstruck, and they didn't know what to say, and like they were just fumbling on their words, and they didn't know how to talk to you, and they were probably like really like, once they knew they had feelings for you, the friendship got really weird. Like, yeah, I want to say that the friendship got really weird once they were like, oh shite, I have feelings for this person. And they didn't, again, I don't think they really wanted to mess up anything between you and whoever you were with at the time, because like I think they like kind of pulled back on the friendship, and they pulled away, and then it kind of made you feel like, oh, what the hell is happening? Like, I thought we were good friends. And like that's when you probably suspected, oh, like, do they have feelings for me? Because like I feel like there was this time in your life where you both couldn't escape each other. You both really like had to be near each other for whatever reason. They either like were your coworker or your classmate, or someone you just had to see on a regular basis. They could have been your barista, like you just had to see them on a regular basis. And like there was like a moment where things shifted between both of you, where it was like, oh damn, this is different. Like you could feel the energy become different, and it was like, oh no, because I don't think you wanted to really like take things further with them. I think you were very like, I definitely think you were very loyal to the partner that you were with. Yeah. But it's not like you didn't think of them in that way. It's like you didn't want to think of them in that way. You didn't want to feel that way for that person, because you were like, no. You might have been in a monogamous relationship at the time, so it was like, no, thank you. Like, I'm happy with who I'm with, and I don't want to jeopardize that, especially with this card of when is it important to compromise in a romantic relationship and when is it not. Definitely feel like you weren't ready or willing to compromise, or you weren't ready to compromise the relationship. Like, when I first read the word compromise, I didn't read it in the way where like two people kind of like talk about something and like sacrifice, or like they make do through like another means to make the relationship work. I know I read it as in compromise. Oh, like this is a compromising situation. This is something that like puts you in a more like difficult like spot to decide, because I feel like this person for you was someone that you really valued as a friend, and you could potentially see as a partner, but you didn't really want to see them that way. And the role that they played in your life was that they kind of they kind of questioned for you without like actually saying or pushing you to question things. They made you question what a relationship meant and what it means to be in a romantic relationship, and like what it means to be with a person and loyal to a person. And it's not like you weren't loyal to your partner. I really do feel like you were, but like this person in your life who was probably just a friend really made you question a lot at that time in your life. Okay, so let's look at why they're thankful to have met you. Why is this person thankful to have met? Yeah, they have unhooking the past. There is nothing to regret when I learned from my past. You also have inviting ecstasy. I'm worthy of all the pleasure my heart desires. Let's get one more card. Creating cooperation. More gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play. Yeah, this also came out. I don't know if it came out in pile 1, but like I can definitely see why it's coming out now. So why they're really thankful for you. I feel like you helped them karmically solve a lot of things that they were indebted to. So they might have had a past where they were the homewrecker, and like this time around they really like said, no, I really value this person and their friendship, and I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna compromise their relationship. I'm not gonna make things weird for them. I'm not gonna like escalate the situation further. I'm just gonna step back. And I feel like for them, they're really grateful to have had someone who was as honorable and as respectable as you are, so that they could make those decisions. You know, you definitely made it easy for them in regards to making the decision of, oh, like, no, like this friendship is a friendship, and I'm going to help continue it be a friendship, and I'm not gonna sacrifice myself in order for that to escalate further. Again, with this Fool in reverse here, I do definitely feel like they made a fool of themselves when they were around you a lot of the time, but it was only because they really like cared about you, and they were really crushing hard on you, so like they didn't know what to do with their feelings, and B, like they just had so much feelings that they didn't know where to put with it, so they would just end up avoiding them. But they are still very thankful for the fact that it happened, because it really helped them karmically release some of the more tempestuous sides of themselves, and it showed them what it really meant to be a good friend, and generally it kind of strengthened their character in regards to them choosing to be a better person for you, for them, for the connection, just in life generally. With this creating cooperation, I definitely feel like this really helped them understand that and put themselves in other people's shoes. It definitely feels like they recognize that everyone has a role to play in each other's lives, and we all have choices and responsibilities that we get to choose, and we don't have to fall into the more tempestuous sides that can occur, or the tempestuous choices that can happen when you do like someone. I feel like they really showed themselves that I'm stronger than this. I'm stronger than ruining something that's very important to my friend, which is you. And so they really kind of made themselves whole again and kind of made their character a lot stronger by like just making sure that the friendship between you two were okay, and that you and your partner were okay, and then that they weren't really getting in the way of that. With this inviting ecstasy card, I definitely do feel like they're thankful for the fact that they did have strong feelings for you. Romantically, platonically, sexually, they physically, they definitely had really strong feelings for you. And it was really confusing for them, because at first I just thought it was a crush, but then they really thought about it and they're like, no, I really like this person for who they are. They really liked you for who you were and what you stood for and the morals you had and how you acted and how you treated them, and just you in your entirety just lit their whole being up. And it kind of made them love, and like they really wanted to thank you for the fact that you're just you. They want to say like, thank you for being you, and thank you for being a person that sparked love into my life, and someone that I could love and could see myself loving and love so much, so that all they wanted for you was your happiness. And if that meant them stepping away from your life, then they would do that. And I think they did. All right, let's move on to the last portion of this reading. Messages from them. You have the 8 of Wands. They would, in a heartbeat, talk to you again. Queen of Pentacles. They kind of lament over things that happened. 10 of Wands, the Star. They still have hope for this connection, but they don't want it to be so hard. And of course you have the 4 of Wands. So this person, their closing messages to you is that they definitely feel like you're a twin flame soulmate. They definitely feel like you're someone who's still very special in their life, and they still really do hold hope for you with the Star here. And again, if you two are on good terms, I feel like this person would message you in a heartbeat. They would just be like, hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing okay. Hope you're well. Kind of deal. But I definitely feel like what they want to say is that like they do think about you, and they think about what's happened between you two, and sometimes it makes them sad because nothing really came into the fruition that they wanted it to, but like they're happy that you're happy. They're happy that like you got a chance to like do what you needed to do, and didn't have to like break your back or work really hard or suffer. Definitely they're really happy that you didn't have to suffer even more than what potentially could have been if they made it more difficult for you. You know what I mean? Like if they really like put the moves on you when they had the chance, like that could have potentially made things a lot more difficult for you and your partner at the time. And so they're really happy that you didn't have to suffer or sacrifice anything or go through more turmoil than necessary. But they definitely do hold hope for the connection, and they do. The Four of Wands is like the most celebratory card in the tarot, and it's like they do really feel like you are someone who's really important to them, who is their twin flame, their soulmate in a way, who is someone who like matches their energy and matches like the hope they see in the world. Like, you're the change that they want to see in the world, and you inspire them every day to continue to be the best versions of themselves. And like, whether you know it or not, you push them to look at the world in a more broader, more thought-provoking way, and to see the humanity in everybody. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you give them the courage. You give them the courage to look at everything in the world and hold space for everything that happens, the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful. Yeah. All right. So those are the messages I have for you, my pile threes. I hope this helped. I hope this cleared up things. Yeah, I hope this gave you closure on some stuff. Yeah. I'm a little giddy after this pile. It's a very sweet pile. It's a very sweet pile to be in, and your person still really loves and cares about you. I feel like if you ever reached out to this person would just like happily talk to you in a heartbeat. Like, no question about it. They would 100% reply back to you. But yeah, I'm not saying to do that. This is your life, your choice. Don't make choices or actions because of this tarot reading. Please think about where you both are at your life right now before taking action or not. But just, I hope this kind of like gave you the closure and gave you the like understanding that you needed in order for you to move on. With that being said, thank you so much. If you like this reading, give it a like, subscribe if you feel like it, comment down below if you would like to share. I love reading your comments. And yeah, if not, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and take care. Bye. Hi, Pile 4. If you've chosen this card, then this is your reading. So this reading, we're talking about why they're thankful to have met you. So we're going to look at who this person is, what role, that's this card, by the way, this is your person, what role you played in each other's lives, why they're thankful to have met you, and the closing messages from that person. So let's get started to see if this is your person or not. You have the Hangman in reverse. Excuse me. Yeah, okay. So I was thinking, oh, this person is like someone who's very decisive, and that burp really confirmed it for me. So with the Hangman in reverse, it feels like this person really like, they're not patient. They're definitely not a patient person. They're definitely someone who's very decisive, a little bit more impulsive, who is not exactly the most balanced, but does kind of, they have this very like go-getter energy. Can I have some clarifiers for who this person is? You have the Three of Cups. You also have the Eight of Swords in reverse. So yeah, they're not someone to like shy away from making decisions. They actually find that really aggravating. They're someone who really enjoys like friendships. They really enjoy celebrations. They really enjoy like hanging out and like just having a good time with other people. I feel like they really value their friendships, and they really value like the people in their lives. But they do feel like someone who is a bit more like more disciplined, more like, oh, like, let's get it done, like, and will get very annoyed if it's not done, or they will get really annoyed if a decision is not made. They feel like someone who is very much like again, who is quite impatient, and it's very like anxiety driven. Like, it makes me feel anxious for sure. But yeah, they do feel like very loving and very like wanting to maintain the peace more in like friendship settings, yeah, more in public settings. But as like someone by themselves, they're like, they can be an overthinker, but they don't like to be. They don't like to engage in harder like emotions, and they do like to kind of talk their way out of things. So let's look at the role that you play in each other's lives. What role do you play in their life? Imagine you could have a 30-minute conversation with anyone in your lineage. Who would it be, and what would you ask them? What role do you play in their life? You and your best friend want to get friendship tattoos. What will they look like? What role do you play in Sunday mornings in my childhood home looked like? We're gonna get one last one. Yeah, okay. Oh, there's two. How did your family influence your definition of love, as well as describe your family's relationship with religion? How do you think this has impacted their view and your own? Now let's see the role that they played in your life. What role did they play in your life? How the love language you were shown as a child impacted you, impacted how you show love as an adult. What role do they play in? Describe a quality that each of your friends have that you wish to embody. What role do your current friendships serve the phase of life you're in? Wow, that came up in all piles. What role? I would like the relationship between my partner and my family to look like. And we'll get one more to even things out. Sweet. Yeah, if your best friend doesn't like your partner, how do you react and handle the situation? Okay. So the role you play in their life. I definitely feel like you're a spiritual awakener for them. You're someone who is very much like a ride or die. They look at you as like a best friend. They look at you as someone that they want long term, they want for life, they want to always like be with, whether this is just friendship, platonic, or relationship, romantic. But they can definitely see, if this is a romantic relationship, they can definitely see you like continuing a lineage with them, like you both having kids together, you both being grandparents, stuff like that. They want to see like a union with you like that. But I definitely feel like you're someone who who gives them a really home feeling. If you know the god, I think that's the goddess Hestia, who is the goddess of home. Let me double check. Hestia. Yeah. She's like the goddess of hearth and home. Home hospitality. So they see you as home. They see you as a safe space, a warm space. They see you as someone that they're like, the role that you play in their life is that you're helping them uncover a lot of their childhood wounds, a lot of the ways in which like their own family has influenced them in regards to how they show love. But it's, you know, like you also play a really big spiritual awakening role for them. You are their teacher in this lifetime. Even though you are just friends or like partners, you are here to teach them what it means and how to love, what it means to love and how to love generally. And they are really indebted to you in regards to like you showing them a lot of healthier versions of themselves and healthier ways of themselves being themselves. And you just play a role that means the absolute world to them. It feels like you give them purpose. You give them a reason to wake up in the morning. You give them a reason to be emotional and be providing and be forgiving and explore all avenues of who they are. You give them such a joy and fondness and love of life, a joie de vivre, back into their soul. It definitely feels like you're someone who lights them up. And they might be a very impatient person, but with you, they like really try. They really try to like hold it together. They really try to give you that space. It might not be to the extent that you're used to or to the like way that you're used to receiving love, but they are really trying. And with that, the role that they play in your life is that they definitely feel like a great friend for you as well. But I think they're meant to teach you as well, like something that you're supposed to embody. I think that it feels like there's someone like you're learning from as well. You might be a teacher to them, but they're also a teacher to you in regards to they have a quality about themselves. I think it might be this decisiveness that you're supposed to take on. They might be someone who is very like who has center of attention, gravitas, who really like can lead a crowd, lead a pack kind of deal. And that's what you're supposed to like pick up from them. You're supposed to learn like how to be more yourself. I feel like it's definitely how to feel confident in your body. That's what you're learning from them, and that's what the role that they play in your life is, how to learn how to be more confident and be more self-assured and to put in those boundaries and to love yourself fully, and to be a little bit more selfish. I feel like they're teaching you how to take care of yourself and say no when you need to, and say like And be okay with taking days off for yourself. Be okay with saying no because you want to say no. And I think there's someone who really is trying to end your people-pleasing tendencies. Like, you're learning how to not give in to another person's energy. You're learning that sometimes that tough love is very necessary for you to show love to another person, you know? Like, for example, if you have a child, you're not gonna give in for the child to have like chicken nuggets and fries for dinner with like no vegetables. You're gonna give them something that's healthy, you know? Like, maybe they want chicken nuggets and fries and then you give them to them, but then you're also like, oh no, but you're also having carrot sticks and broccoli, and you can't, like, you have to finish all of them, you know? Like, you're learning how to like incorporate more of the healthier aspects of life even within yourself, and that is leading with firmness, with decision, with discipline, with more toughness. Like, this is tough love. This is definitely a tough love thing that you're learning. You're learning that sometimes it's okay to not people please. Sometimes it's okay to charge in with what you have to say because you're right and you know you're right, and no one's gonna tell you different. They're just gonna see the results. And sometimes I feel like this hurts you though, because sometimes I feel like you might be like, sometimes they might not treat you the best way, and especially with this card of your best friend doesn't like your partner. How do you react and handle the situation? I definitely feel like your best friends have seen you get hurt by this person on multiple occasions, but like, you kind of know that they are doing good for you, even though it might not feel like it for them. But you know, like, in your heart that like this person is helping you and teaching you to have thicker skin, to be tougher, to like be more okay with being yourself. I feel like this person to you is, the role that they play in your life is also kind of that lineage, you know? I would like the relationship between my partner and my family to look like. I feel like you're really learning what it means to be in a family situation, to be in unconditional love with this person. And I feel like they're also showing you the ways in which your childhood wounds have impacted you in regards to how you show love as an adult. You might have fallen into the traps of like you might have been like the older, more parentified sibling. You might have not been the older sibling, but you might have been the parentified sibling where you had to pick up on a lot of emotional slack from your parents when you were younger, you know? Like, you were probably the one who had to hold it together, and because of that you became a lot more anxious and fearful of being more emotional because like there wasn't any room for that with your family. But now this person is giving you the opportunity, the space for you to change that, for you to become a healthier version of you by recognizing that like they will give you the space to emotionally be yourself, and they will give you the space to recognize that you don't have to care for others, like you have to care for your family. Like, they're giving you an opportunity to depend on someone, and that might be really hard for you because you've never really had that in your past. So this relationship is very much like one where it might seem like kind of like oh like a little like on paper it seemed like it wouldn't work, but in practice it really does, because you see how much you both bounce off of each other. You both really serve each other in the ways in which like you want to see happen in your life. I feel like both of you are really great at balancing each other out and showing each other like the different sides to life that you wouldn't have seen if you weren't in this relationship. Yeah, okay. So let's see why they're thankful to have you in their life. Why is this person thankful? That was really fast. You have integrating the ego. Yeah, 100%. Everything is for me, not against me. I definitely feel that. I definitely feel like they're really happy and thankful that you have helped them cultivate a healthier ego. Embodying my soul. Oh, 100%. Let me just see the back of this. I have a right to be excited. Yeah. Oh, I feel like you give them a space to like be themselves, and they're so thankful for that. You also have the card rewiring the nervous system. I find strength in surviving my traumas. Yeah. All right. I don't like to romanticize traumas, but I definitely do like to acknowledge the fact that trauma does happen, and sometimes the only way to get through it is to get through it, and the only way to get over it is to work on yourself, and work on yourself with others, and release it from your body, release it from your mind, from your soul. So this person wants to say thank you for overall making them a better human being, overall making them feel like they can love themselves again. Also giving them a safe space to just be themselves without feeling like they need to put a mask on. I think you've unmasked them in so many ways where like they might have felt like they couldn't be nice, or they couldn't be kind or compassionate, or they'd be taken advantage of them. And then you showed them that with the right people, they can be that person. They can be themselves. They can love other people as they love themselves again. They're really thankful for the fact that you really touch them on a soul level. You really give them that space of understanding of rebuilding and reconstructing and always changing. I feel like you give them a safe space to know that like it's okay to change. It's okay to be indecisive now and then. It's okay to like move slower. I think you give them a room to breathe, and they're really thankful for the fact that you hold space for them. I also really feel like they want to say thank you for being such a badass, and they actually really like it when you put them in their place. I think there's a book called Why Men Love Bitches or whatever. But basically it's kind of like the notion of they really like are thankful for the fact that you call them out on their bullshit and you don't let them get away with stupid stuff. You check them and you check their privilege. You keep them in check, you put them in their place, and they really like that. They really like the fact that you stand your ground and you show them like, hey, it's not okay to treat other people like this. Hey, I should really like be more compassionate when it comes to this matter. And definitely feels like they absolutely love it when you're in your own element, and when you're confident, and when you show them what's right and wrong. I think they really are thankful for your moral grounds and the kind of morality that you do stand upon. It really does feel like you give them a space to decompress and a room to breathe and to feel like that there are good people out there in the world, and that, you know, you're the change that they want to see in the world, and you inspire them to be a better version of them every single day. You inspire them to care for others and to act in a way that matches who they are and who they want to be. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna get the last closing messages from your person. So any closing messages from this person? Yeah, the Empress, the Knight of Wands in reverse. Oh, I love that for you. You have the Hierophant, of course. And then you have the Eight of you have the Eight of Wands in reverse. I think that's really funny. Okay, so this person's closing messages is that they think you are just this Empress. They really think that you're this shining star, that they just want to like give you everything. They want you to sit back and do your thing, be the nurturing, loving, compassionate soul that you are, and all they really want to do is provide for you, give you that harvest, give you that space for you to be yourself. They don't want to be a player with this Knight of Wands in reverse. They don't want to ever like make you feel unsafe or uncomfortable. They want to continuously be in your life. And it feels kind of like you're someone who they're really proud to be with this Hierophant here. It feels like, especially in social spaces, I don't think they felt like they could get someone like you or find someone like you. And so like, I don't want to say you're like a trophy to them, but it's a lot more than that. It's more like they're proud to be with you, and they recognize how much value you have. So they, in a way, like to show you off, but they want you to know that you're not just an object to them, that you do have so much depth and so much autonomy in the relationship. They want you to realize that you're also this Hierophant, that you also carry this authority and this superior morality that they really look up to. And they want to also say that they're going to try to be more patient and take things slower with this Eight of Wands. They're going to be more thoughtful with how they communicate and try to make sure that what they say is what they mean, and what they mean is what they say. They just want to give you the world. They really just want you to know that you are in a safe space with them, and they will protect you from anything that comes your way. But it's not like you need the protection. They just want to be there to protect you, because they know you already can handle your shit. They already know that you can handle like what comes your way. They just want to be there to support you and love you as you do with them. All right, so those are the closing messages that I have. I hope this helped clarify and helped you realize why this person is thankful for you to be in their life. If you like this video, give it a like, comment down below, and let me know like if you feel like it, what this relationship is to you. Subscribe if you feel like it. Or if not, that's cool. I hope to see you in the next one, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care.